This fall on Peahen, a show so straight it won't even touch its own.
Let me be straight with you.
How straight?
Quick release? More like new release on life.
Lorimar quick release lenses, a new.
Ironing board? More like ironing board.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
Has this ever happened to you? You could be entitled to compensation. The executives, Big Wrinkle, want you complacent and bored. They don't want you to know this one cool trick.
We here at Non-luthier Industries don't believe in clickbait.
Levon, you say you don't subscribe to clickbait, and here you are making a guitar out of an ironing board? Believe me, the ironing isn't lost on me.
But when I was walking down the street and saw this handsome ironing board, I had no choice. Folks, when you're a luthier, everything you look at is a guitar component or potential guitar. Like this quarter-sawn fir. What a fabulous neck that would make, right? A gourd? More like a banjo. Plant stand? More like a banjo. Driftwood? Don't be ridiculous. That's a lap steel.
Okay, I think you get it. Somewhere around here I've got some necks.
Not quite what I'm looking for. Eureka! That's the one I want. Oh. Now this here is a 1951 National neck. Could have been on one of those Gibson bodies for all I know. Definitely was on an acoustic, so it's likely. Now despite these reinforcements, this thing's actually pretty weak and flimsy, so the first thing we're going to do is fill this spot in with some wood. I went down to my secret wood room and I found this piece of maple. It is flamed, but not overly flamed, and it is very, very hard and firm and great, and it will do the trick. There's this lip where it's bent around. I'm not sure if I want to rabbit it out of the neck or cut off this piece of the metal. Decided to go for a wascally wabbit. Okay, that's in there. Well, I did some misunderestimating, and I think I'm going to need to cut through the ironing board to mount the neck and add some more wood here. And what is the deal with these ironing board guitars? This guy knows what I'm talking about. Every time I try to play mine, it's flat.
I'm not 100% on the knobs yet, and I like this tailpiece. It's more of the Art Deco vibe that goes with the whole situation, but I think I need this hinge because it's going to come up so much to match the height of that bridge. You've reached the part of the video where I make metalworkers cringe by not heating this up. And voila! It's flawless. Gosh, I reckon I better check to see if these pickups are working. We got a 3.8 and 5.8. Interesting. Now this is a little harder than I want it to be, so I'm going to pull this out. That's what she said, that's what she said. Put a little lube on there. You know, I had somebody say I was using fake wax and that wouldn't even work, but all you need is a tiny bit on there. F the naysayers. And all of a sudden, it becomes quick and easy. Flawless. Put a couple strings on here to lay out the nut and bridge. One of the great things about the National Stylist neck is it's got 3 adjuster screws. These can adjust the angle of the neck, and this one can adjust the pitch of the neck. So I've got it adjusted out a little bit so that the bridge won't be as high. And now I'm gonna work on the alignment, because it's not exactly straight. It's decent, but it's not perfect. Well, it turns out the spacing of the pickups I wanted to use is not adequate. It's close at the neck, but then at the bridge it's going to be crazy. These Jaguar pickups, on the other hand, are the right spacing. Hard to tell from that angle, but you know, it fits. It's pretty wide. Another option is this 13K humbucker. I do love a humbucker in the bridge. The Jag pickups kind of look cool though. Okay, bridge humbucker is way too much fun, so I'm gonna go for that. And since we're going with that, we're gonna chrome out everything. Be nice to have a chrome bridge too. Chrome, 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 chrome. The nut I was using just to do layout is perfect spacing and the perfect size. It just needs to be thinned a little bit to fit in this slot. So that's what I'm gonna do, save some time. Oh, she's right tight now. Good stuff. Now the geometry of this neck isn't going to be perfectly clear until I get all the string tension on, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a set of 10s on here. I guess we need an output jack. Well, if I had thought this out, I would have drilled through here, but now there's not space for my drill, so the wires are just exposed. And one thing you don't need with a metal guitar is ground wires, so I think we're good to go.
If you're anything like me, no chore makes you snore more than ironing. Well today, we've got a solution. The new 2-in-1 guitar-making board. We're still working on the name. At 6 feet 1 inches tall, you can even put accessories on it and pretend it's a friend, or even girlfriend if that's how you like it. Mwah. I love you, guitar-making board. And unlike a pesky girlfriend, the ironing board folds up flat for easy storage. Brought to you by Lorimar. Let's see if it weighs less than a Les Paul. Guess not. All right, let's hear this thing. tone with some reverb. Well, folks, I can't imagine as though you learned anything from this video, aside from anything is possible if you're dumb enough. But I hope you at least enjoyed the video, and I hope you at least clicked on my clickbait so that my algorithm can go wild, and this can become worthwhile. Worthwhile. And what is the deal with these ironing board guitars? This guy knows what I'm talking about. I tell you, every time I go to play mine, it's entirely out of tune. It's perfect. I love you, guitironing board. Folks, what's the deal with these ironing board guitars? Every time I try to play mine, it plays flat. And what is the deal with these ironing board guitars? This guy knows what I'm talking about. Every time I try to play mine, all the cool kids, L and S.
100% cool kids are Ellen and Essen.
Every time you don't L or S, I'm gonna cut the face off of you.
You understand me?